I lost one of my mom's sacred Pyrex bowls and pretended not to know what the hell she was talking about. My senior year of high school, some students wanted to celebrate some guy's birthday in our English class. A girl knew I baked and asked if I could make a cheap cake. I baked the cake in one of my mom's Pyrex bowls because afterwards I would be able to put a lid on it and take it to school in the same bowl. So yeah, I baked the cake, decorated it, and even bought a candle and plastic cake cutter. That day I took the cake to the class. We surprised the guy and sang happy birthday. After he blew out the candle and he thanked us, put the lid back on the cake and slid it into his backpack. Everyone really got quiet and awkward because it was intended to be shared. A girl broke the silence and said that's okay, he'd take it home, clean it, and bring it back somehow. Right? The guy responded, Yep, I will. We tried to move on and play games, but everyone was pretty shocked about what had just happened. I was especially nervous because this was my mother's largest Pyrex bowl that had a lid and she would kill me if I didn't bring it back home. Anyways, that was on a Thursday, and that Friday he didn't show up to class. The next week was finals, and that meant you only had to show up if you had less than 80% grade in the class. This made me panic because I had no idea what the hell his grades were. I didn't know if he was going to show up on the last week of school. I waited for him every day until I saw him leaving on Wednesday. I ran after him and asked him about the bowl. He looked at me confused and said, I already gave it to you, didn't I? What? I literally had not seen him since the day of the party, so that was freaking impossible. He said that he will go home and look around, but that he was so sure he had given it to me already. Let me point out that there was no school Friday, so Thursday was my last chance to get this bowl back. And you guessed it, he never showed up. A few weeks later, my mom was making dinner to take to her sister's house and she needed that very same bowl. Again, it was the biggest one that had the lid and she really needed it. She asked me if I had seen it and I said that I didn't remember which bowl she was talking about. She then assumed that my dad had taken it to work with his lunch and never brought it back. She was so sure it was at my dad's office. She went on and on about it, about how that bowl was worth to her, and she couldn't believe that my dad had lost it. She hadn't even asked him about it yet, but she was pretty sure he was the one that had it. I just sat there embarrassingly quiet. Every now and then she would bring it up. How someone, probably my father, had lost her bowl. A few months later, while in college, a girl in my English class broke her leg. She had come in with crutches at the end of the class, and a guy brought a wheelchair to take her out. I looked up and it was him, the damn bowl thief. I stared intently as I'm sure he felt a hole burn into his skull. I knew it was him. He had my bowl, and he knew that I knew. I wanted so badly to get up in that moment and demand my bowl back. I don't know why I didn't. I let him get away. I think I was secretly scared of confrontation. But yeah, it's been years and my mom still wonders where that wretched bowl went. As for the bowl thief, I never saw him again. I regret letting him keep the bowl, and in part I regret making him a kid, any at all. I wasn't even friends with him or anything. I just wanted to be nice. Okay guys, tell us what you think of this person's confession and please like and subscribe and share his story.